Because we don't have a fire culture in this part of the region, it's very difficult for a single landowner to implement an active prescribed burning program because the neighbors are not on board, as well as the local county officials and even some agency people may not be on board. So what is really helpful in implementing a countywide prescribed burn program is to have a prescribed burn association. And that is where landowners join an association that help each other. They share equipment, they share labor, they understand the value of fire, they know how to implement fire. And so by getting like-minded people together with a common goal in mind and working together, they can have a major influence on the fire culture within a region. I recognized the need for this kind of a thing years ago because we were doing prescribed burning research here on this research facility, and ranchers would come here for field days and look at our results, and they liked what they saw, but they were not going back home and implementing fire on their own ranches because of their fear of liability and their lack of understanding of how to implement a fire. So in 1997, after a field day we had here, we had approximately 30 ranchers. Well, I presented the idea of starting a burn association where the ranchers would join and actually run that association themselves, get themselves trained, get the proper equipment that was needed to conduct safe fire, and work together on these prescribed burns to reintroduce fire into a region that historically had not been using fire on a frequent basis since the development of the livestock industry. So the Edwards Plateau Prescribed Burn Association was started here in Sutton and Edwards County with 30 members. We grew to 500 members at one time and covered close to 30 counties, and now there's prescribed burn associations throughout the state of Texas, and they go all the way from South Texas to South Dakota. It's been a very important part of prescribed burning because it creates a critical mass of landowners who work together to ensure the proper use and understanding of fire, and they work at the local level with county officials to get them on board, and they work with volunteer fire departments. We've been fortunate enough to receive a lot of donations in terms of money as well as equipment, and nowadays we're a very effective organization that can go out and implement fire on the landscape and do it effectively and very safely.